Okay, with the band, this is a suite for my grandmother. A suite for my grandmother ending in a resurrection. My grandmother dies on a night like any other. My father lumbers into a room, alive with laughter, lays down his gaze, pronounces his mother gone. I know death like a second cousin, so I cry the polite tears my father doesn't, and he does the grieving for me. And he stands, watching a pair of children who still have mothers sob for his. And a breeze rolls through the room, but it was already cool to begin with. Carol. See, I wouldn't call us beautiful, but always the music. The way no matter how you turned your head away, you can't stop your foot set loose to a good beat. Could know you something serious. Know a nigga well enough to call a nigga exactly what he is. Put a word to the intersections converging at the small of his back. Play it back in Stella sways. Play it back in Stella sways. Play it back in Stella sways. An ode to my grandmother's hands. I remember you, clasped, cornucopia of love, of comfort, of balance, of it's okay child, of flour and frying pan of Cain, of ruler and wrist of pain, of don't go showing off now, of wisdom, of scripture, of blood, of gospel, 2 temples, 2 steeples. Unravel them. I'll trace back everything I am in the lines of your palm. I still catch your fingerprints in my father's smile. I watch his hand hover over mine and you spill through the cracks. There is no place you aren't in him. There is no place you aren't in him. There is no place you aren't in me. So, ode to the calloused cathedrals, ode to the chapel of flesh, ode to the rough grip, ode to the soft touch, ode to the love, ode to that tear-resistant thumb, ode to the beckoning pointer, ode to that agonizing pinch, and ode to the frustrated knuckle, ode to the cackling bones, ode to the cracking eggs, ode to the meal, ode to the cookout, ode to July, ode to Thanksgiving, ode to Christmas, ode to the holiday and whipping up no way into enough for every mouth. Ode to the family, ode to 8 kids and half a husband, ode to Section 8, ode to struggle, ode to hard work saving lives, ode to a hospital for hearts, ode to community, ode to 8 kids that are yours and 100 that want to be, ode to 108 kids, ode to 10 digits, ode to 2 palms, ode to just remembering you and everything you managed to touch. My grandmother is undead. Cedar casket falling upward through the soil, dirt unmasking its wooden face. Doctors unzip the black plastic that never held her like a lover. My father never struggles to decide the words to use. Syllables reverb down his throat. He retraces his steps out the bedroom, out the house. My grandmother's pulse beats back in encore. Her heart's still the reservoir our blood runs through. She walks backward into her apartment and the whole block remembers its debt to pay. And now she is the grandmother I remember. And now she is not. The wrinkles on her skin ironing out all us grandchildren, shrinking, toys disassembling in our hands. She never holds us like a love made of muscle. And now she is only a mother. Her hand still the scariest weapon on the block. My father's ass is unwhooped for the 43rd time. She untouches every heart on the block, unsaves every lost child, uncasts her shadow over every head, and the block begins to sweat. My father's ass is unwhooped for the 19th time. She is not a substitute teacher, is not a counselor. She is not inspiring a legion of women. She undoes the hair of her daughters. My father's ass is unwhooped for the first time. Carpal tunnel retracing its steps out her wrists, out of the apartment. My grandfather undoes alcoholism like a knot, and there's love again. The kind that unlasts itself forever, and now she is no one's mother. My father is just another dream she hasn't had, and now there is a woman who I don't know. I still recognize her eyes, something in their radiance, the way a moon can cast itself into a daylit sky. She dances, and all of our names are the sweat adorning her brow. Play it back, play it back, play it back, play it back. Stella sways, and everything begins. Thank you.